Another episode of SB Maths class. We were discussing about the real numbers of class 10, and at the previous video I have said something about the Euclid's division lemma. Actually it was removed from your syllabus, but also some parts are there, so I have told the application of that Euclid's division lemma. So actually at the middle there are some discussions of the rational numbers. Actually you have done the rational numbers, that is the rationalization, then the finding the simplest form of the sums of the numbers, that has the bar, actually that is the repeating decimals. So you have done those in class 9, so I am not repeating those. So let us start the irrational part of this real numbers chapter. So for irrationals, first one theorem is there. The proof is not there in your syllabus. The theorem is, the statement is very much important. That is, if you know the properties of the irrational numbers, so I am not saying those. If any questions are there, then you can ask me at the comment box. I will say, otherwise at our WhatsApp group. So if P is a prime and if P divides a square, and if P divides a square where A is any positive integer, where A belongs to Z, I have told you that is Z plus is the positive integer. So if P divides any positive integer, the square of that positive integer, then obviously P will divide the original one, that means P will divide A. Okay, so this is the theorem. Now theorem, the proof of the theorem is not there, but its application, each and every year its application comes. So you have to prove that, you have to say this one, or you have to do those applications. So what type of application comes? Actually, if I say a question that is result, you have to prove this result. Okay, actually this is a well known result. If P is prime, then root P is irrational. This result you have to prove. So first of all, actually we will prove this at the contradictory method. One method of contradiction I have told you, you are well known about that. So here, let, if possible, root P is rational. So whenever it is, we are claiming that this is rational, then obviously it has a form of m by n, where m and n both are the integers and n is not equals to 0 always. This is the definition of the rational numbers, you know from class 9. So now just squaring both sides, we are getting here P equals to m square by n square, and from here n square P equals to m square. Okay, so from here we can conclude that is the product of two numbers is another number. So obviously those two numbers individually divide these numbers. It is the rule only, we are well known from class 4 or 5. So from here we can say P divides m square. Now since P is prime, so by this property we can say P divides m. So whenever P is dividing m, then we can definitely say m equals to a, or we can say xp. That is, P is dividing m, definitely full division is here, no any remainders are there. So obviously the m will be some number into P, that is, I am saying like that, a by b equals to c. So obviously a equals to bc, like that the property is coming. Okay, so m equals to xp. Now let us give this number one equation. So I am just doing here, that is we are putting the value of m here. So n square p is equals to x square p square. So from here we are getting n square p, or p will cancel out here. So n square equals to x square p. So from here we can conclude p is dividing n square, and p is the prime number, it is dividing n square, so implies that p is dividing n. Actually the right hand side slash means that it divides, and left hand side slash means that it is being divided. Both are different. Okay, so p is dividing n. So now see where I have told, that is yes, this one. So if it is number 2 and if it is number 3, so from 2 and 3 we can say p is the common factor of both m and n. This is the contradiction. We can give the sign of this 3 exclamatory sign means the contradiction. So this is the contradiction. Why it is the contradiction? Okay, I am not written here. Okay, let me write m and n have no common factors except 1. This is the definition of the rational numbers. I have not written that line. Okay, now I am writing m and n have no any common factors except 1. But here we are getting p is the common factor of m and n. That's why it is the contradiction. What we have claimed, we are proving that our claim is wrong here. So that's why we can say obviously root p is irrational. So this is our proof. So students, I think you have got this proof. Actually this is the generalized proof. Now in 2018 and 19 root 2 was there, proof that root 2 is irrational. Another time I have seen root 3 is irrational, like that. Root 5 is irrational, like that. Those problems are there. Another time I have seen 2 root 3, 2 root 5, those are irrational. So you have to prove those. So we will do those at the next video. Today up to this. So if you have not understood, then ask me at our WhatsApp group. So thank you students.